How to get hired in 30 days, even if you have zero experience, no experience. No connections, no fancy degree. If you're staring at job listings wondering how anyone gets hired when every position asks for experience, you're not alone. Here's the truth that most people don't realize. Employers are not actually hiring experience. They're hiring confidence, reliability, problem-solving ability, and proof that you can do the job. Experience is just one way to demonstrate those qualities. The good news: there are other ways. Thousands of people land jobs every month without previous work history, industry experience, or a perfect resume. The difference isn't luck, it's strategy. If you're willing to follow a focused plan for the next 30 days, you can dramatically increase your chances of getting hired faster than you think. The biggest mistake job seekers make: most people spend weeks applying to hundreds of jobs with the same generic resume. Then they wonder why nobody calls. Here's what's happening. A hiring manager receives hundreds of applications. They spend only a few seconds scanning each one. If your resume looks identical to everyone else's, you're invisible. The goal isn't to apply to more jobs. The goal is to become impossible to ignore. Day 13. Choose one direction. Many people sabotage themselves by applying for everything. Customer service today, marketing tomorrow, administrative assistant next week, sales after that. This approach confuses employers and weakens your application. Instead, pick one career path and focus on it. Examples include customer support, sales development, administrative assistant, virtual assistant, data entry, marketing assistant, social media coordinator, retail management, trainee, recruiter, assistant, operations coordinator. When employers see a clear direction, they are more likely to believe you're serious. Day 47. Build experience without having a job. This sounds impossible, but it's one of the most powerful strategies available. Remember, experience doesn't have to come from employment. You can create your own proof. For example, if you want a marketing job, create social media content for a local business or personal project. If you want an administrative role, learn spreadsheets and build sample tracking systems. If you want customer service work, practice handling customer scenarios and document your process. Within a week, you can create portfolio pieces that demonstrate your skills. Most candidates never do this. That's why you'll stand out. Day 8-10. Rewrite your resume like a marketer. Your resume is not a life story. It's an advertisement. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, highlight what you can offer. Bad example: looking for an opportunity to gain experience. Strong example: highly organized professional with strong communication, problem solving, and customer support skills. Proven ability to learn quickly and deliver results in fast-paced environments. Notice the difference. One sounds desperate, the other sounds valuable. Employers hire value. Day 11-15. Optimize your online presence before many employers schedule interviews. They search your name online. What do they find? If the answer is nothing, that's a missed opportunity. Create a professional online profile. Include professional photo, clear headline, skills, project certifications, volunteer work achievements, even small accomplishments help establish credibility. You don't need years of experience. You need evidence that you're active, motivated, and learning. Day 16-20. Apply smarter, not harder. Most applicants rely entirely on job boards. That's where competition is highest. Instead, use a targeted approach. For every job you apply to, customize your resume. Write a short, relevant cover message. Research the company. Find the hiring manager when possible. Follow up professionally. This strategy takes more effort, but it can produce significantly better results than sending hundreds of generic applications. Quality beats quantity, every time. Day 21-24. Master the interview before you get one. Most candidates wait until they're invited to interview before preparing. That's a mistake. Preparation creates confidence. Practice answering questions like, tell me about yourself. Why do you want this role? What are your strengths? Why should we hire you? Describe a challenge you've overcome. Record yourself. Watch the recording. Improve your delivery. Repeat. The candidate who communicates clearly often beats the candidate with more experience. Day 25-27. Use networking the right way. The word networking scares many people. But networking isn't begging for jobs, it's building relationships. Send thoughtful messages to professionals in your target field. Ask questions. Learn about their experience. Seek advice. Most people ignore this step. That's why it works. A referral can move your application to the top of the pile faster than almost anything else. Day 28-29. Follow up relentlessly. Many candidates apply and disappear. Top candidates follow up. Send a professional message after applying. Send another after interviews. Express appreciation. Reaffirm your interest. Employers notice persistence when it's respectful and professional. Sometimes the follow-up is what gets you hired. Day 30. Stop thinking like a beginner. This is where everything changes. Most people approach employers with a mindset of, please give me a chance. Instead, approach them with, here's how I can help solve your problems. That shift is powerful. Companies are not looking for perfect people. They're looking for people who can contribute. The moment you start focusing on what you bring to the table rather than what you're missing, your confidence rises, and employers can feel that. The reality nobody tells you: getting hired in 30 days isn't guaranteed. No strategy can promise that, but what is guaranteed is this. If you spend the next 30 days building skills, creating proof of your abilities, improving your resume, preparing for interviews, networking strategically, and applying with intention, you'll be far ahead of the average applicant. Most people wish for opportunities. Successful job seekers create them. The person who gets hired isn't always the smartest, the most qualified, or the most experienced. Often, it's the person who showed initiative, demonstrated value, and refused to quit. Your lack of experience does not define your future. Your actions over the next 30 days do. Start today. 30 days from now, you could still be wondering why nobody is hiring, or you could be accepting an offer that changes your life. The choice begins with the first application, the first skill learned, the first connection made, and the first step taken. Your next employer is not looking for perfection, they're looking for potential. Make sure they can see yours.